Hi there, my name is Steven. I work for the Snappy support team, and today I'm going to be showing you a useful tool that Snappy has created for people that want to record visitor information. So that could be anyone from a small business that's trying to capture their client information as they're heading out the door or when they're coming in, or it could be someone like an entrepreneur that's going to a trade show and doesn't want to fill his pockets up or her pockets up with business cards or whatever other knickknacks that other people like to give out to promote themselves. This is a great way for you to ask for information without actually asking them for it too. You can kind of just hand them your phone or the iPad or whatever you're going to use, and they can punch in the information themselves rather than you having to awkwardly stumble over a pen and paper and be like, what's your email or what's your phone number, etc., etc. So the app itself has a lot of different uses, and one thing I want you to keep in mind while we're going through this is that the app is completely customizable, as all Snappy apps are. We can always push this into our system, rearrange things, change the name of fields, colors, logos, whatever, and then basically give it back to you and publish it as your own product. So if you like what you see here, but it just might need a few tweaks, or maybe it's perfect the way it is, you can always customize it. So I'm going to go ahead and press open, and we'll just jump right into it. After you log in, this is the first screen you're going to see. If you've used the Snappy app before, you can go ahead and use the same login. It doesn't have to be like a specific one for this app. So I'll go ahead and start from top to bottom. The first thing I want to go through is the hamburger menu. And if you click that, it comes up with a bunch of different Snappy related things that you can check out. So like we have our blog there. We have a community post there for people that want to leave feedback. Or we also have the customize panel. So if you do want to make a customization, you can use this to contact us and tell us what you want. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the sign-in guestbook. And this is where most of the magic of this app happens. So the way it works basically is a person will sign in. They can then print their badge so that they have like a name tag or something like that. If that's something you want to do, you don't have to do that. Like I said, you could just use this to gather information if that's what you wanted to use it for. And then you have a sign out feature, which will let you know if a person has left the event or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and press sign in. So say you are a small business and you just sold, I don't know, a mattress. And you're trying to get the customer's information now, just so that you can remarket to them later, maybe to sell them, pillows or whatever else you have. So you can just hand this to the customer. The customer will type in their name. So I'm Mr. Customer. My email is customer at whatever. And then they can go and keep punching in their information while you keep talking to them or do whatever you want. There is a photo field here as well. Obviously, it would be a little weird if you took a picture of your customer, so you could always take that out, or you could leave it in there if you're the person that's going to be using it in a trade show setting and you want to remember the faces of the people that you're collecting their contact information. So let's say Mr. Customer, we'll make a note about him. He bought Tempur-Pedic, because we're pretending we're a mattress shop. And then the final thing that you want to put here is select the person you're visiting. Again, if you're using it for like a small business, this isn't something that you really need to do. But if you're using it for a sort of trade show app or to use it as a sign-in sheet, this is a great way to do it. So I could just say this person's visiting Steven, or I can select from a predefined list, and I'll show you how to add names to that list later. And then they can go ahead and sign in. So once they're signed in, you'll have this thing come up. You've successfully signed in, and then they can print their badge from here. So if you have a printer that's hooked up to your phone, you could just go to this PDF, press share on the top left, and then press print right there. I don't have a printer hooked up to this phone, nor would I be able to show you the finished product, but you get the idea. This is just something for you to make a name tag for people if you want to do that. And then the last one, sign out, obviously is just you click it and it gives you a list of the different people that have signed in. I can tell Mr. Customer to sign out, and now you know he has left the event or whatever you're trying to set up. So that's the guestbook portion of it. Like I said, this can also be used to export information as well. So all those names that you signed in to the app, if I go over to the admin panel and then use the email that I used to sign into the app, and press done. Now you see it gives me a database of visitors, and it'll also allow me to add a person to a predefined list in case, well, for two reasons. One, if you are selecting a visitor, or two, if you want to have like a predefined list of people. So say like John comes in all the time, and you want John to have an easier time when they're signing in, you can just make it so that John has all these predefined fields set up. So John just has to press sign in, all his information will come up, and he's good to go. And then the last thing, like I said, my favorite part of this is that you can export your database of visitors. So if I click here, I can not only specify what time or what company, or if they're actually there or not. I can specify by date and basically click here to export this information. So again, all I would need to do is press this share button, click the names that I want to export, and then click that arrow. When it says loading, that means it's basically sent an email over to, oh, my phone might be a little messed up, but it sends an email of that report over to the email that you signed into the app with. And that's it. That's basically the entire guest sign-in guestbook app. There's not much else to it. It's a pretty simple app, and like I said, it can be useful in a lot of different ways. One thing I do want everybody to remember is that you can customize this completely, so you can see even in these pictures, it looks a little bit different. And we can make it look however you want. So if you have a specific look that you're going for, or maybe your business is different colors, or maybe you just want to change the overall design of it altogether, maybe you have a completely different idea that will still work kind of the same way, that's all possible. All you would have to do is click the little hamburger menu, go down to customize, and then you can use that to send us an idea of what you want to make, and then we'll contact you and we'll go back and forth until we have a solid plan for the idea. With that said, that is my tutorial for the week. If you guys have a specific app that you want me to do a tutorial for, please leave it in the comments and I will definitely get to it. We have a lot of different apps. If you go to www.snappy.com, you can see the entire list there. And with that, if you have any other questions, you can email me directly at steven@snappy.com, or you can email our support team, which is support@snappy.com.